Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's Marcus on behalf because I feel like a podcast. A lot of my brothers had to work, but it's all good. Um, the good and the bad. We're going to start there. The good and the bad, man, with the Philadelphia Eagles and the 76ers. It's a good amount of good, and it's some bad shit going on with both franchises, or not necessarily the franchises in general, but just some things that you just don't like to see from people, and it's weird, but I wanted to speak on it. Um, yeah. So hold on one second and add my guy in. Yo, what's going on, man?
What's happening?
Shit. But we on now, man. I was telling the people it's good and the bad with the 76ers and the Eagles. It's a lot of
Uh,
it's a we'll let's just get to it. Start with the Eagles, man. It's a lot of fucking dry hating out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the racist side of the fan base saying weird
the
shit.
Eagles.
Yeah, you got them, right? Then you got folks like Acho saying retarded shit. And I seen this on the way home, and it really bothered me. And what it's this thing with grown men having a problem with Jalen Hurts because he doesn't act the way they want him to act, right? He doesn't talk the way they want him to talk. He doesn't move the way they want him to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the clip of him. I seen the clip of Acho speaking to Shady about he was at an event. I think it was with Anderson from the Texans, right? Who is an Alabama alum, right? It's the same as Jalen.
Hmm.
And the first thing out of Acho's mouth is he was quiet. He didn't say anything, and that bothered me because everybody don't have to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you approach him? Did you approach him? Was you just a fucking weirdo in the corner watching him? Every time I hear something about Acho via watching the show, because I mean, you don't want to just take a small piece of somebody and say this is who they are, right? Through watching the show, through watching him on previous shows in the past, what he says, this dude is a fucking mark, man.
Yeah, he's a weirdo, and I don't like. Every time he talks, I lose a little respect for him. The respect that I had, like
Right.
it's tough because he used to be a likable guy. Like he used to be a cool dude who dropped knowledge, but it's like the more he talks, the more you see how trash of a person he actually is.
Yeah.
I I I'm not like a celebrity. I'm not a superstar. I'm not none of that. But just if you at the bar and you there and I don't have a relationship with you,
Why the fuck
and
would I
like
talk?
why would I talk to you? Like you might be with somebody I know, like you might
Right.
be with somebody I know, it's gonna be brief. Like I'm not obligated to have a conversation with you. Like and
Right.
just because you're nobody, Acho, like not disrespecting him, but you're nobody. Like you play for the Eagles for like 3 minutes, right? You're not part of, like, I'm sure if Jalen Hurts seen Shady out, it would be a conversation. Like,
Yeah.
but and then on top of uh not speaking to you, you're one of the people who talk bad about me in public on your podcast.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's what I don't get is why is it that you feel that this has to happen this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird to me. Like he is very socially awkward.
Yes. And he's extremely arrogant. His brother is way cooler. But then again, his brother actually reminds me of him before he got his platform on Fox.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like Acho became he became a different person. And it's like granted and you 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 became a weirdo, bro. And like people who low key or people who are private don't like associating with weirdos. I'm not personally. I'm if it's it's like different levels, right? So it's he say she say. So a motherfucker say, "Oh, Black said this about you, Swerve," like,
Right.
and I'm be like, "Yo, Black." Like if I see you, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Black." Like what's that? And we gonna sit down and we gonna hash it out. But you went on national television. Like there were millions of views. You got views off my name.
Yes.
And you've done it a numerous amount of times. So it's like I hate what the media and what podcasting and just like things have become in general because people are no longer like having conversations that mean things. Everybody's looking for their next reactionary click type situation. And all season long, no matter what it was, these people knew that if we mention the Philadelphia Eagles, it's going to generate views, it's going to generate clicks,
Bingo.
it's going to generate streams.
Bingo.
So if you fell into that trap and you disrespected me anyway, if you talked about me anyway where I felt disrespected, when I see you out and if I don't acknowledge your presence, that's something you have to deal with, fam, because you chose to go that route.
Yep. Bingo. And it's just to me, man, like every time this dude speaks, it's a constant contradiction. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And it's like, why? It's like he's trying. It's like he's trying to be two people. Like he doesn't understand who he is. You
yeah,
know what I'm
he's,
saying?
he's
And then
confused.
he's confused. Exactly. It feels like he's just a confused human being. And I'm like, why are you attacking somebody who don't know you?
Yeah,
You've never had a conversation with him. You've never sat down and broke bread with him. Nobody in his circle fucks with you,
yeah,
but yet he's the problem.
yeah. And he's the topic of your conversation.
Conversation, right? And it's just and then Shady sitting there when they're with him, and you want to shoot him bail, but you can't at the same time because he don't he don't act right sometimes either. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just how the media moves right now. And I know we in content and I get all that, but it's just
Nah, they
not
weird. They
it's
weird.
weird. It's very weird, man. And I just
It's
don't
really
understand. I don't understand
bad
why it
behavior.
needs to be. Yeah, it needs to be that way. And then you got the WIP folks that I don't even know why people just don't say that these people is racist, man.
They racist as
Yeah,
fuck. Like,
it,
you know
it,
what? I'm not having any conversation. This is what I determined over this last week, right?
yeah,
Due to the current administration, I'm no longer having racial discussions. I'm no longer. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you on your shit, and then
yeah,
I don't care if we never speak again because. But it's this the country we live in has become so comfortable and have deflected this nonsense for the last year. Like, oh man, it's crazy how this and this happens, yada yada yada, whatever. No, that shit racist, fam. Like, and if you okay, and if you're okay with that, I'm fine that you're okay with that. But be okay with me not participating in anything in your life. Fuck your grandmom, your mom. your dad, your kids, your aunt, your uncle. I want nothing to do with people who find this behavior okay.
Right.
And that's just, I'm drawing the line in the sand. Like, I was having a conversation. I said, us as folks, we usually give people passes, and we're so much more acceptance, and we have so much more acceptance in our hearts. And we like, yeah, man, we give people passes, and we always try to be like, oh man, we done. I'm done. Like, I'm past that point where it's like, oh, dude was just bugging. Nah, dude is racist. Like, dude is trash. Like,
Yeah.
and if you didn't find anything, if you weren't bothered by that, you're trash. If you're trying to give excuses, like there was 15 different animals in that video. Why
Yeah.
are the why choose to put them on the monkeys? It's not coincidence. No, he knows what he's doing, and he knows it's a bunch of sucker ass dudes and a bunch of goofy ass people who are going to support and back him no matter what he does. They're ignorant, and at this point, I have no time for ignorance. And I'm going to save myself because I like putting my hands on people. I don't. I'm getting old now. I'm tired of putting my hands on people. And the next person that tries that or around me, I, that's it. Like, I bit my tongue. I gave people passes. I'm done. I'm done giving them passes. Them WIP boys, Dan Cilio, Jason Whitlock, all them boys is coon ass. If you black, you a coon.
It's
And
just
if you aren't black, you are racist, or you have really, really racist tendencies. Like, I'm not gonna say you're racist. I'm gonna say you have really, really, really racist tendencies, and you've never been checked by a real black person. Or and that's the problem. They surround themselves with people who allow them to be ignorant around them, and they've never been checked properly.
yeah. And my thing is with this, man. We get into these spaces where folks feel like it's a license to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't read, people don't research, and they take these clips, and that's a lot of what WIP banks on, is people not paying attention, people not reading, people not going to find a whole people not going to find a whole interview, and they just they keep pushing this content that's ignorant.
It
Like,
is.
let's trade AJ Brown. AJ Brown is a malcontent. Have you talked to AJ?
Have you heard anything from AJ?
Right. Have you talked to Jalen? We don't know if Jalen is a leader.
Yeah,
Why?
I had somebody tell me Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball in between the hash marks, right?
Right.
And then when I broke it down to them, and I said, after the bye week last year, so the Super Bowl win, Jalen Hurts was the number 3 in completion percentage and passer rating between the hash marks.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert had a career high in touchdown passes this season. How many of his touchdowns weren't in between the hash marks? Because Dallas Goedert don't run a lot of outbreaking routes, and Dallas Goedert makes his money in between the hash marks.
Yep.
So if Dallas Goedert had a career high in touchdown passes this year, how
Mhm.
was it Jalen Hurts didn't or couldn't complete passes between the hash marks? That's because they listen to those guys that get paid to create controversy and stupidity, and they listen to it over and over and over again and over and over and over again. And it's disgusting. Like, you people talking about, I wouldn't extend Jalen Hurts. Why wouldn't you extend
Why
Jalen
would
Hurts?
you say thank you?
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's made the playoffs in all 5 years he's been a starter. Um, the quarterback market goes up and up and up. Let's see, who's the highest paid quarterback? Dak Prescott. How many Super Bowls has Dak Prescott played in?
None. None.
Josh Allen is number 2. I think Josh Allen. I didn't do. I thought Josh Allen's top 5. How many Super Bowls has Josh Allen played in?
None.
How many Super Bowls has Joe Burrow played in?
One.
How many has Joe Burrow won?
None.
How many Super Bowls has Justin Herbert played in?
None.
So we're not going to extend a guy who's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one, been a Super Bowl MVP, and a second team All Pro. We're not going to extend that guy. How many Super Bowls has Lamar Jackson played in?
None.
But there was never a question or a doubt whether Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott should get extended. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's the typical Philadelphia bullshit. You shit on a man, you shit on a man, you shit on a man, you run him out of town. Once you run him out of town, you realize maybe we shouldn't have
Wow.
did it. But that I've lived through that my whole life. Like, you know what sucks is we're in the golden era of Eagles football.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
in the golden era of Eagles football, and instead of enjoying it, these dickhead fans are
Don't
saying
know.
we shouldn't extend the guy who just won us a Super Bowl last year. We shouldn't extend the guy who's outplayed the Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes in both the Super Bowls. We shouldn't extend a guy who's made the playoffs every year that he's been a starter. Every year this guy's been a starter, he's made the playoffs. But we
People
shouldn't extend him. He's had a different offensive coordinator for the last every year he's been a professional. He's had a different offensive coordinator, right?
Yep.
The kid, all he does is win. I don't
Hmm.
care that he doesn't throw for 3,500 yards. I don't care that he did it, that he doesn't do this, that he doesn't do that. You know what I care? Every day I wake up and he's my quarterback, I feel like I have a chance to win that Sunday.
And that's all that matters.
Even in the worst game he played this year against the Chargers, guess what? I watched that drive, and you couldn't tell me when he threw that interception, which was a great play by the Chargers. But when he threw that pick, it shocked me because I really felt in my heart of hearts that he was going to go down there and score a touchdown and win that game.
It's
Golden there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we talking about we shouldn't extend the quarterback because he don't win without a good team. Who wins? It's a team. It's a team sport. You have everybody who wins have a good team around them.
Yep. Yep. And it's
Everybody who wins.
I'm at a point now where, and then you got this weird thing of Seahawks fans. Now it happens every year where there's just a fan base that wins and they start playing victim right after they won. I'm like, bro, y'all fucking won the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Nobody is hating on the Seahawks. I'm glad you fucking won.
Yeah. I would much rather y'all win than the Patriots. Like, I don't care about the Seahawks. I have no reason to hate on the Seahawks. Like, there's nothing about Seattle that makes me want to hate. Like, no, I'm not even trying to hear that. Like, yeah. Seattle, go ahead. Enjoy Seattle. Enjoy. Kenneth Walker, well deserved. You had a great game. Sam Darnold, way to prove everybody wrong. Sam Darnold, outstanding year. I was one of the doubters, and I am going to say you played well. You played really well all year. Like, and I can't even say the Seahawks won in spite of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Like, Kenneth Walker was great, but Sam Darnold played really good football this season.
And that's the thing. Like, people want to sit here, and the first thing they say is, well, Sam Darnold did better than Jalen Hurts, and I'm like, stop. Again, I'm not having a Sam Darnold and Jalen Hurts debate.
No, I'm not doing that. We're definitely not doing that.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Jalen, and it's disrespectful to Sam. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we feel the need to have to do that? It makes no sense.
Because people are assholes. I'm going to say this. Congratulations, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold took the long road. He bounced back, and it's a story of resilience, and it's a story that we all should appreciate and admire. Sam was a top guy coming out of college. He bounced around because normally, like, you know why it's really good to see. You know why it's really good to see. It's because when those guys that are really good come out of college, 7 out of 10 times they get sent to a really shitty organization. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
like it don't even be their fault. It don't even really be their fault. Like you look at Sam, and Sam got he played for a bunch of really, really bad teams. He
Yeah.
played for a bunch of really, really bad teams, and he lucked up by going to Minnesota last year and everything that happened in Minnesota. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. And Sam proved that he was a baller, and the Seahawks went out and signed him. And it's a great story. Congratulations, Sam. And I wish you nothing but the best, unless you're playing the Eagles, right? But it's just if you look at it, especially quarterbacks, like you take this kid because they're normally kids unless you're Bo Nix, because Bo Nix was like 20 fucking 9 when he left
Yeah, he was
college.
27 when he fucking went and
Yeah,
yeah, it was garbage.
you're literally drafting, and we're gonna do a show. I know I've been missing because but as soon as I get situated and settled, we're gonna do a show because I got a lot to say. Uh, but you're taking a kid, you're taking a 21, 22-year-old who's been the best player. Most times, if a quarterback's going number one, he's been the best player on his team the last 5 or 6 years, right?
Yeah.
But he's also probably played on a team that has really, really good players, and they're more than likely better than most of the teams they play against. So you're taking that guy and you're putting him on the worst team in the league with all the best players in the world.
Right.
So there's 1,200 players in the NFL, 12, 13, whatever. My math ain't right now, but
I think it's like 1,500 players.
1,500,
1,500
1,500 players in the NFL, 1,600,
Right.
1,600 players in the NFL. And you're taking this kid and you're putting him on a team that finished last and a player in a pool of 1,600 players, right?
Right.
Like you look at Cleveland, nah, they had Myles Garrett. Like you understand that Myles Garrett is good, but then when you look at the rest of the rest of that roster is pretty bad, right? Or
Yeah.
who has the number one pick? Let's look at the Raiders. Let's look at the Raiders this year. You got Max Crosby. They drafted Genty,
Mm-hmm.
who looks like he could possibly be a player, right?
Right.
Who else on that roster? If you took the Raiders roster apart right now, and you took the 22 starters on the Raiders, offense and defense, kicker and punter, 24 players on the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them start? Let's look at it like this. How many of them start for the Seahawks? How many of them start for the Patriots?
None.
Then you go, how many of them start for the Broncos? How many of them start for the Rams? Crosby?
Yeah,
Crosby.
maybe.
And then you
Yeah.
go a little further down. So then you look and you get to the point where you're like 20 teams in, and maybe only nine or 10 of those guys are starting. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to the playoff teams, only 9 or 10 of them guys are starting on playoff teams. But then you draft this 21-year-old kid, this 22-year-old kid, and he's supposed to come in and instantly turn your franchise around.
Yeah, and it don't
Look
work.
at Bryce Young. It don't work like that. Bryce Young. Look at CJ. CJ Stroud has regressed horribly. But it's just like you get these, you draft these kids and you bring them into shitty organizations. The New York Jets are horrible. The New York Jets are disgusting. The New York Jets are disgusting. Nobody, like Dante Moore said, "Oh no, I'd rather go back to college." Like I'm glad these guys are getting paid. For Dante Moore is a prime example. Before NIL, Dante Moore probably leaves college, gets drafted by the Jets,
Yeah.
fizzles out
Mm-hmm.
in 3 years, bounces, and you know, when certain people fizzle out, they don't even get second or third chances. Like, and it's no Sam Darnold story. It's no Sam Darnold story, because if you fizzle out, bro, you got one more chance possibly, and then you done, right?
Right.
But now he's like, well, I'm going to leave school. I just made 1.5. I could come back to school, make 1.5, and hopefully the Jets don't need a quarterback anymore.
But my thing is, what is the need to compare one Super Bowl quarterback to another one?
You know why?
I get it. Some of it is because some of it because Jalen is black, and some of it because Sam is white.
No,
But
that ain't even that plays part of it.
They literally just won. They just won 6 days ago.
Bruh, it's this. They hate Jalen Hurts, right? Like. So just imagine it like this. Like, they hate this man so much. This man arguably. This man has arguably 2 of the top 15 Super Bowl performances in the history of the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
But it's from a guy who makes guys insecure because he's a handsome man. It's a guy who's so well spoken and so sure of himself that it makes other people question themselves, right?
Right.
So the only thing they can say is Jalen Hurts was carried. Like, that's the only knock. He wasn't carried. He wasn't Trent Dilfer. This man threw for 300 yards. And this man, like, Trent Dilfer was carried to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Trent Dilfer was carried to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts wasn't carried to the Super Bowl. Jake Delhomme was carried to the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning was carried to the Super Bowl. I love Peyton Manning, but let's be real. Denver Peyton Manning was carried to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, he was carried to.
So was Ben Roethlisberger.
Yo, I'm going through the list of quarterbacks who were carried to the Super Bowl, win or loss. Matt Hasselbeck was carried to a Super Bowl. But we'll never get those comparisons because it's always like, oh, they're lovable guys. They interact. They're people friendly. No, people don't like Jalen because Jalen don't kiss ass. Jalen don't kiss ass. Jalen not running around trying to be your friend. Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts, and he's 100% sure of himself, and he doesn't need approval from anybody outside of that locker room. And that is what rubs people the wrong way. If you watch when he walked in to the Super Bowl last year and seen all of them pick Kansas City, and he nodded at the TV.
Mm-hmm. And he came back and beat and bust their ass.
And he beat the brakes off Kansas City. And people don't like that. And people don't like that. When you are sure of yourself and you're confident in situations that people don't believe you should be confident or sure of yourself in, and you stand 10 toes down and you handle your business, that pisses people off. Yep. And that is the reason why people aren't fans of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts being himself and having the ability to be himself no matter what makes people uncomfortable.
And it's just
that's all it is.
And he's authentic in who he believes in who he is, and people can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And then they try to do the same thing. Like, even if we switched over to AJ, right? AJ has told the world, I want to stay in. I want to stay in Philadelphia. He said it 3 years ago. He said it 2 years ago. He said it this year. The only thing that those are the two. These are the two things he's been consistent on. I want to stay in Philly. And this year, in particular, with the offense, he kept saying, you got to fix this. We got to fix this now. We got to fix this now, and it never got fixed. Right. And
Right.
then on top of it, he stood down and people kept saying, well, they want him, the people, they want you to be real. And until you're real, and then they're like, he's a malcontent. He's disrupting he's disrupting the locker room. No. You asked, they want you to act a certain way under their terms. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you tell the man to be real? He's in the community. He's doing everything he needs to do. He gets on your radio station and he tells you, hey, this is what's going on. And then you turn around and say, if we let him go, that's okay. Or what can we trade for him? Or he's a malcontent. Again, I'm like, when you start putting all of this together and you hear, and I hate to say it, the Philadelphia, sports radio waves are controlled by majority older white men.
Yeah.
Who the demographics, even if the demographics don't add up, and I'm not even saying that they even have to be white, they could be white younger men. The demographics don't add up, and then you don't understand. And you don't want to understand because at this point, you want drama.
That's what I was about to say. They just want the drama.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's that. But again, they trying to get clicks and views. And that's why Dan Lanning, I hate him. I can't stand anything about Oregon because of the way he said Deion. He's intimidated by Deion. His speech was, those guys in Colorado ain't football players. We playing to win and they playing for clicks and views. Right? That's what he said about Colorado before the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was hurt. And he's hurt because he sees the following that Colorado has and that Deion has. And that rubbed him to the point where he had to talk to his players about it. And that's what these dudes on WIP and all these other channels are. They're goofballs who are offended or bothered because things don't look the way how they used to look when they were younger, or things don't look the way how they feel they should look, or this guy doesn't do certain things the way they feel like it should be done. And that's corny, man. We passed that point. I don't need my quarterback to look a certain way. I don't need my quarterback to be quarterbacky. I need my quarterback on 4th and 3 to make the play to convert to first down, to get me a first down. I need my quarterback to win the game. I don't care if he wins it running for 100 yards. I don't care if he's winning throwing for 100 yards. All I care about at the end of the day, whether it be Thursday, Sunday, or Monday, is that I go to sleep happy because my team won the game. And since Jalen Hurts has been the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, my Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays, the day after Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, have been a lot more enjoyable in my life than it has prior to Jalen Hurts being the quarterback. And if you look at it in wins and losses, and stop trying to paint a picture and stop trying to spin a narrative to fit whatever bullshit nonsense you're trying to push, this is the best era of Eagles football. Eagles fans, shut the fuck up and enjoy it, because this happens every time we are on the verge of being good, no matter what sport it is.
Yes. Yes, and that's a problem. And that's the
It's
problem.
the city. The city is fucking crabs in the barrel, man. Just shut the fuck up and enjoy it. We couldn't enjoy Allen Iverson because he was too hip hop, right?
Right.
He was too hip hop. He had white kids in the stands wearing sleeves and getting cornrows, and and we couldn't enjoy Allen Iverson, right? We couldn't enjoy that. But then like we couldn't really enjoy the McNabb era either because they tried to put McNabb against Iverson. And it was like McNabb let himself be played as a pawn and oh the clean cut Negro quarterback when we have this wannabe rapper across the parking lot, and it was just corny. Like, and then we couldn't enjoy McNabb because the Eagles never, before McNabb was the quarterback, the Eagles didn't play in 4 consecutive NFC championships. The Eagles didn't dominate a division the way they did when McNabb was quarterback. But the fans found something wrong. Oh, he can't win us a Super Bowl. Bitch, the 52 quarterbacks before McNabb didn't win you a fucking Super Bowl either.
Yeah,
And it's disgusting. Like,
it's disgusting,
it's
man. Yeah,
It's
it's disgusting.
disgusting. Like, bro, we're the Eagles. Like, I'm an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan my whole life. I like other teams, but I've been an Eagles fan my whole life. Win, win. As an adult, win. Ray Rhodes, no. Rich Kotite, no.
And then you got guys like Hugh Douglas, man. You
Yeah, I
got
was just about to.
John. You
Derek
got
Gunn.
John.
Derek Gunn had to.
Yeah, and then you got John Ritchie and all these guys, man. I'm just like, you respect them for them playing in the uniform. And I'm like, but y'all are just they sold their souls. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the problem. They have sold their souls to get a check. And yes, get your money. But if you really felt the way that you did about AJ or Jalen, you have access to them. But unless you really don't, because again, they don't fuck with you.
Because you done said or did some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Like, you know what's crazy is I know a lot of people who play in the league, right? I know and most time and I've been out and I've been out and you see these people and you see how they interact with each other. Unless somebody did some bullshit, the only time you get that is like if somebody did some bullshit or said something or disrespected that man as a man and he don't rock with him. Like
You're right.
because these dudes are cool, they get paid. Like you gotta look at it like this. These dudes, especially if you're a superstar, you're getting paid millions of dollars to play a game you love.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna compete and we're competitors on the field. But off the field, you're one of if especially if you're a superstar, like not even we said it's 1,500, 1,600 people in the world who play in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're one of 1,600 people that can relate to me about my job.
Right.
And then you got the retired players who've played, but they should understand too. So let's just say you're one of 5,000 people alive right now that can relate to me about my job. And the mental stresses, the physical stresses, the tolls your body takes, the tolls your brain takes, like the tolls of being an athlete at the highest level possible. You understand the nuances. You understand that I may not be able to say certain things in my press conference, not even though you're killing me for it, but as a leader, I can't throw Black under the bus, even though that because I know I'm the superstar.
Right. Right.
And I know Black, you ran a post where you ran a post when you were supposed to run and go, and I threw the ball to the middle. I threw the ball where you were supposed to be, but you broke into the middle, so it looks like I completely made the wrong pass. Now the safety done picked me off, and everybody's like, Swerve just threw that dumbass pass and errant throw, and he don't know how to read a defense. You know that leads to me not being able to read a defense, me not doing any me not recognizing pre-snap that the safety head was always going to rotate a bunch of shit that isn't true.
But again, people
But
say a lot of shit that isn't true because they don't take the time to do the research. They don't read. They don't watch long. They don't watch an entire game. They don't watch an entire interview. They only take the first 15 seconds, and that's all they go on. And then
right,
because and that's when and that's where the WIPs got you, and that's where the Achos got you. That's where the Cowherds got you because they know people's attention spans, especially now, are like the size of a toddler.
yeah, bro. If you listen to music, remember we growing up, songs was 4 minutes, 4 minutes 50 seconds. Songs is literally a minute 58 seconds, between a minute and 58 seconds and 2 minutes and 33 seconds. By the time you get into the song, it's going off because
Already.
the attention span of these people right now, and
It's it's
it's just. But
it's
that's what they do. They get clicks and views and little sound bites. But and that's another thing. Jalen Hurts is a leader.
yep. He's a leader. It's like this is what this is. I posted this on Twitter. The man has a BA in informational, or he has a bachelor's in information and systems, right? Then he has a master's in human relations, right? So obviously he's not dumb, but
Not
also
dumb.
in human relations that would tell you, motherfucker, he could talk. He just doesn't want to
He
talk to.
doesn't want to talk.
He
He
doesn't,
doesn't.
and he knows what the media is about, and he can detect and dissect a fucking lane
Yeah,
like
and
also like a Hugh Douglas.
like a Hugh Douglas, like a Acho, and well, so if I know your character, like you know what's crazy is if bum ass Channing Crowder, that's his name, right? The light skinned boy from the Pivot.
Yep.
He be pissing me the fuck off. Like Buddy's a world class goofball, right? And like Fred Taylor, I love Fred Taylor, and Fred Taylor deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Taylor is one of the greatest running backs I've ever seen. He's so quiet, he's so humble. Fred Taylor's the man. And then I respect everything about RC. Like RC is a dog. RC is an undrafted free agent who worked his way into a 15-year career in the NFL. He was he several Pro Bowls, I want to say, and maybe an All Pro one time. He'd knock your head off. And RC been talking heavy as soon as RC. I remember and I respected it when he told Derrick Henry. He said, "Listen, bro, like on the outside, if I got to tackle you one on one on the outside, you probably gonna win. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
meeting you in that hole, if it's man on man in that hole, I'm gonna stop you every time." And that's the confidence. RC is a dog. RC is a dog. And you know what? I told people when RC said that, I said, you know what? I believe RC because all you got to do is if you make Derrick Henry restart his feet, the formula's been there for years. If you can get some type of penetration and make Derrick Henry restart his feet, he don't hit the hole the same. And we've
Yep.
seen that for years. I like RC, but that Channing is a clown. Like he's a world class clown, and I've been saying it for a while. The shit about him and his wife and him doing the cat, that's all weird shit. But I don't judge nobody for what they do with their wife or their spouse or whatever. But the John with Terrence Crawford when he said and he said, "Would you come back for $100 million?" And Crawford said no. And shit, he said, "Shit, for $100 million, you can have my soul." And Crawford said, "That just shows your character."
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like yeah,
Bruh,
that ate. I saw that one too. That ate
bruh,
Channing up, bro. He
that
couldn't
ate
even, he
him
couldn't
up.
even speak.
He couldn't respond. And that's it. Like, yo, bro, you goofy. I know I ain't talked in a minute, so I wanted to get that off my chest. And I want to say one more thing since we talking about Bud. And I know we was only supposed to be on here for an hour, but I'm gonna try to make myself available soon. Like I said, as soon as I get myself right? I'm gonna make myself more available.
Yep,
We
you
was talking
good.
about the Eagles, but I want to say the Jaquan Buckley or whatever his name is. I'm on my phone, so I can't do it. The UFC bull, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jaquan Buckley. You know what I'm tired of, and I'm a fan of boxing. I'm a fan of combat sports in general. I'm a fan of and I'm a fan of UFC. I watch the fights. Like I love watching the fights. I love watching UFC. I love watching boxing. Like combat sports. That's my thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna need y'all UFC fighters, and I'm gonna need y'all UFC fans to chill the fuck out. Like Jaquan Buckley. Yeah. Like, bruh, you get paid to fight. You get paid to do this MMA thing. But we'll beat the brakes off of you in a boxing match. And it's levels. Like it's levels to this, fam. Like, oh, a boxer needs to come to MMA because Connor went to fight Floyd boxing. No, you know why Connor left? Because MMA fighters don't make shit.
Yep.
There's a reason these MMA fighters are calling out boxers, right? And Jaquim, you're not even a top 5 in your division. I follow UFC. I follow MMA. You're like the number 9 ranked welterweight in the world. That means there's 8 guys ahead of you. If I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm not fighting you. You don't even have a name. You don't have a name, nigga. Like nobody's checking for you outside of the MMA world.
So I got a question for you. So we got a transition real quick. The 76ers. What did you when what was your initial thought when they traded Jared McCain?
Why? Like this is my thing. Like you fucked up. You didn't. You you, you let Buddy from France go to the Knicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You let Buddy from France go to the Knicks,
Yep.
and you're paying, and then you re-sign Quentin Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
I think McCain, you got 4 guards. You have 4 guards on the team, right? And they all like you got Maxi and VJ, and then you had Grimes and McCain, who I think are very comparable.
Yeah.
Why do you trade the kid that you have for the next 5? You have McCain for the next 4 years. And I think that if you would have developed McCain, he could do everything Grimes does
Yeah.
at the same level, and you wouldn't have had to pay him what you're paying Grimes now, or if you want to re-sign Grimes, which I hope they don't. Like I thought they would rid
They
themselves of
they fucked that situation up. So I mean,
so bad.
and but I'm not gonna completely kick uh Grimes back in because I want to give respect to his uh his agent because they tried I knew what they were going to try to do, and Quentin figured it out too. They were going to try to sign him on a balloon deal, right, in the beginning of the year, which would have been a multi-year deal,
Hmm.
and they were going to turn around and try to flip him at the deadline
At the trade deadline. At the trade
but
deadline.
when that didn't happen and he was smart enough to pick up on it, or his agent was smart enough to pick up on it, he took that 1 year deal, which included a no trade clause, so
No
he
trade
could not
clause.
get traded.
So he couldn't move. So they couldn't move him. They
So
couldn't move him at the trade deadline.
right, so follow me with this. At that point, they then had to pivot. It just so happened that Jared was coming back from his knee injury, so he started playing earlier in the year, but then he had the thumb injury, so it took him leaving a little longer. On top of he's rehabbing his thumb, he's rehabbing his knee, or you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at that point, they had to sit there and say, all right, what tradable pieces do we have here on the roster? And it was, you look around, they had no, Kelly, he doesn't
It ain't
have,
nobody touching that.
nobody's touching him. They're not trading Maxi. They're not trading VJ, right? And you know what I'm saying? They can't trade PG. Nobody's touching Joel. So the next piece to come up was Jared. But in them doing that, my point is, what, you know what I'm saying? There was nothing, unless you were going to get a big or another shooting guard, which again didn't make sense because you had him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they made a trade
just to say they made a trade. Just to make a trade. Just to make a trade.
And then to duck the tax. You know what I'm saying? My man ducked the
Trash.
tax, and that's a part of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no logical conclusion that you could come to other than they fucked this up. And then, okay, and let's say for shits and giggles, we want to give them you want to give them a pass and say, okay, let's wait until the summer. Who's to say somebody's going to trade for that crap that you even got then? They are stuck. I get it. You know, we'll talk about PG in a minute, but you sat there, you didn't get anything for you. You know, Maury's logic behind it was like, well, we traded him and we thought we had something else there. What do you mean you thought you had something else there? Whatever you had there should have already been in place.
Yeah. Whether to play for Greek, like, come on, like you traded him because you thought you was great, get a big name. Fuck out of here. James Harden said you're a liar, and I didn't side with James Harden until I seen that bullshit. We thought we had something there. You don't trade him unless it's a sure thing.
A sure thing. In this contingent on the trade, that second trade should have been contingent on what you
were getting in return you were getting in whatever you were getting in return for McCain should have been the last piece you needed to make that trade.
Like 20 minutes later, that other trade should have been right there.
Should happen. Exactly.
You didn't have anything.
He didn't have anything in place.
That's what told me it was a lie.
It was a lie.
That's what told me it was. So now you're out of PG for 20 more games. You don't have another guard behind VJ and Maxi. Guy comes, McCain comes out 8 points in 1 minute.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then you look.
He can kill it out there.
It didn't look, like I said, shout out to the PHLY guys, because I'm in their Discord, on the other side. But it's so many fucked up things that they've done. Like, you sit there, there's so many things they could have done. Alvarado from New Orleans.
Right.
He comes out and hits 8 threes on him.
8 threes.
You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you couldn't? It's like, what in the hell? Like, this team really believes that people are that stupid. Like, I like.
It's the city, man. Like, it's so sad.
It's
like,
backwards, bro.
What's crazy is this. Like, I look at like
they're
like sports
backwards, bro.
We fanatics.
The 76ers are ass.
It's the city though, man. It's the whole city. It's the whole fucking city. Like, we literally sat through an era where the Red Sox won, the Bruins won, the Patriots won, the Celtics won. Like, we witnessed that. Like, and then it was like,
look
on top of it, right? Like that city was popping. Like, the New England area, all 4 teams had good ownership. All 4 teams spent money, and if they felt like they were in the mix, they went ahead and did what they needed to do to push their team to what they felt was the next step. And the fans supported them. And even, bruh, Like the city of Philly, you got a team
The 76ers have two bigs.
two
That,
two bigs.
two
Like
bigs that they can't even play anymore. And I love Bona, but he has hands. He has hands like you know how like
bricks.
yeah, like his hands are like a like those old fucking steel cars, man. It's like
Yeah.
bounces like and then Drum's like Drum is the
Drummond
kid.
old as shit.
Yeah, he's old. He's old for one.
Uh,
And then Drum is the guy. Drum is the kid that whatever, like if you got a breakaway layup, if you got a breakaway layup or dunk, bro, you don't even go up, bro. You pull up and you just shoot the three and just pray it go in. But you don't like I don't know. And then like and I blame Nurse for this too. Like because Nurse is a part of the problem. Like why is this man sitting in the corner shooting threes?
shooting threes. Like you know what? You know what? And I forget who they was talking about. Uh Maybe somebody was talking about Josh Smith. And it was Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was like,
Yeah,
I love guarding Josh Smith, especially if he hit the first three.
because you know he's gonna keep shooting.
Because you know he gonna keep settling for the three. And ever since Nurse gave Drummond the green light to shoot that three, Drummond been on that bullshit.
That
And
go
it's
ahead.
but it's just like I just look like bro, like I was having this conversation. I'm like, man, you know what's crazy is that no nothing makes the city of Philly happy.
Nah, it just not, and it is, and I want to say this because I don't want everybody to think that we were just shitting on the city or whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of
Not the
good
city,
people
but
in it.
yeah, yeah. I'm talking about them people in the media, like them
Yeah,
WIP people, and
yeah.
nothing. Like you know what the worst shit is 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, the Union went to the finals, the Phillies went
To
to
the
the
World Series.
yeah, and and it's just like you know why we didn't win is because the dickheads on WPI wouldn't have had nothing to complain about for the next uh
Every
10 years.
every if you look on Twitter, every day WIP has 4 or 5 different polls. Who would you trade Jalen for? Who would you
Yeah,
trade AJ for? It's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and it's like there is no general representation of the city. It's just a old bunch, it's a bunch of old heads. Just when we getting old
just
too,
miserable.
it's just
I like
miserable,
it.
just
I,
miserable,
I asked
bro.
I asked one of them dudes that was talking shit on Jalen. I said, "Yo, um, when I was your age, I said when you was my age, how many Super Bowls had the Eagles won?" And he said none. And I said, "Shut the fuck up, because you wasn't running around here talking about we need to get rid of Ron Jaworski or we need to get rid of Corey Detmer. No, you wasn't on that bullshit. So don't be on it now. Don't be on it now because it just
It's nasty, man.
it's disgusting.
It's at this point, like I don't, I used to, try to maintain just watching shit from home. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't no more. I can't listen to WIP. It's a little bit of what I can see on 97.5, but I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the truth. And what I see and what the truth is does not it just doesn't look like what the fuck you're saying. It
I
just
know.
you know what I'm saying? And then when you call them out on it, oh, you guys, it's this, and you guys are being asshole. No, people are just tired of you
Tired
bullshit.
of y'all bullshit. Tired of y'all
Like
bullshit.
radio, like I hate to even say it like this because you don't ever want to put anybody out of a job. You want people employed, but sports radio is dying.
Because of the people that are on sports
Or running
radio.
it, Right. You know what I'm saying? And then okay, you tell them, okay, like the demographic of the city, there's a lot of, a lot of good, and I'm not even gonna say good, tight, solid content creators that are either from the area or they live in Philly. I would love to see them get a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Ever
Because I'm so fucking tired. I'm
of the
so fucking.
same.
I'm so tired of hearing Spike Eskin. I'm so tired of Giglio. The Eskins shouldn't even be on radio. Period. For one
Rape
thing,
ass
that's a whole
dude.
other thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm so tired of seeing these people, man. I'm so tired of
Listen,
them.
I'm with
It
you.
like they don't fit what the city is. If you've been to Philly, if you've sat and broke bread with people from Philly, you know what I'm saying? It's not them.
No,
The vibe, the love, just the respect. It's not them. They don't represent the
they don't.
city, man. You know what
They
I'm saying?
don't.
And I want to see these young guys and these young women get the chance they because they need to be on. If they put these people on radio, man, you would see a whole different thing turn around in the city. I think you really would because they would tell you the truth. Yes, you do need to have varying varying ideas and discussions and vantage points. Yes, everyone's not always going to agree, but to completely be shitting on a player every fucking day is exhausting.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, how do you even get up to eat lunch? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be so full of shit that how can you eat?
But we gonna talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
I'm like,
AJ Brown. Jalen Hurts.
yeah, one
That
of the
shit
two.
corny. Joe Embiid. It was Embiid. It was Embiid. Like
Until Joel choked that man, was about to choke that man out, and they stopped that
yeah,
shit.
Marcus Hayes, bitch ass. Yeah, Marcus
Yeah,
Hayes learned the lesson.
yeah,
Somebody need to put that, and I'm okay. Like you already know. That's why I'm okay. I pay the $50,000 to punch you in your face. I paid $100,000 to put my hands on you. What you're not gonna
that's what
do
it's
is
gonna take,
continue to
bro.
disrespect me,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
like,
exactly
bro,
what's gonna take. Somebody need to run into these dudes outside of reporting.
yeah, like this last thing that then we wrap up, right? So Jeff McClain, he was on. I think he might have been on WIP again. They showed the clip, but I watched the whole interview, and he was like, "Well, maybe maybe Jalen needs to evolve with the offense that's going to be coming." Shout out again, first before I start off, shout out to Sean Mannion. I'm glad that he's going to be able to bring his whole staff there
Yeah,
to help this team get better. So I don't want to shit on him. You know, what I mean, we'll talk about Sirianni later in another pod. But my thing is, bro, think about what you're saying. He needs to evolve with the offense. What do you mean? Like this man again? Let's run down this man's a,
resume.
a BA in information systems,
Mm-hmm.
a master's in human relations,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's played in two Super Bowls,
Two Super Bowls.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like this all happened in the last fucking 6 years. What evolving does he need to do? Maybe
Why?
you
Why?
maybe you need a consistent coaching staff around him.
Why does he have to evolve though? Why does he have to
Thank you.
evolve?
Right. Bingo. Why does he
Why does he have to be the one to
to
evolve? Why
evolve?
can't the
You
team
evolve
evolve around him?
him.
Why
And you
can't the fans
evolve
evolve around him?
him.
You know what it's like. You know what it's like. You know
Right.
what it's like. It's like this. Like in sports and in sports. I'll use Floyd Mayweather as an example, and then I know you said we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
When Floyd first started boxing, Floyd was beating the brakes off of cats and knocking them out. Right
Mm-hmm.
as Floyd went up in weight, he got a little older. His hands were a little more brittle, and
Mm-hmm.
he went from being, because Floyd was never a devastating puncher, but he
Right.
would put combinations together and he would knock jokers out.
Mm-hmm.
He went from being that dynamic, explosive offensive fighter into becoming arguably the best defensive fighter of our generation. Floyd evolved, right?
Right.
And those who appreciate Floyd and those who are fans of Floyd, we evolved our expectations and respected his greatness, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But you see, it's cats our age that'll be like Floyd running. Mike Tyson knocked cats out. Mike Tyson this, Mike Tyson that. The art of boxing is no rule in boxing that says you need to get hit. You don't have to get punched on to win a boxing match. You
People.
don't have to throw for 4,000 yards to be a great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to lead the league in passing. And the minute you stop, and this is just people who think a certain way like that about football or that about sports normally think that way in life too. And if you notice, it's the same people with the same mindset that have the same stupid ass beliefs. Like there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to win a football game. There's more than one way to win a boxing match.
People have
There's
to.
more than one way to win at life.
People have
But
to.
because the way you win at life might not be the way that I win at life. But at the end of the day, we should appreciate the fact that we're both winning.
People don't know how to. People don't know how to
People,
clap for others, and that's another
they
thing.
don't.
And it get what gets me. What gets me in all of this. What gets me in all of this is ever since this man has been the starting quarterback. Not the year not the year he picked up off from Wentz from when he was a day one starter. They've been to they've been to two Super Bowls, won two NFC championship games, won one Super Bowl, and been in the playoffs every year. Like
63 and 29.
yeah, like I don't understand where let me take that back. I do understand where it comes from. It comes from envy, it comes from hate, it comes from bias, it comes from bigotry, and it comes from incels. You know what I'm saying? All wrapped into one. And it's a certain group in the fan base, it's a certain group outside the fan base. And it's
They
annoying.
look alike.
And then the
Si-
final thing and the final thing I say is to people on Twitter, people on going back and forth about this on there. Look at who you're talking to. It's probably somebody that is in at recess in school or at lunch in high school. These aren't grown people you're talking to. You're talking to kids. If you just pick up on the words, listen to it. But what also I'll say is, me and Swerve will be back probably, probably over the
Soon.
weekend soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
soon.
and one thing we probably ain't gonna be on. We got business to take care of on Valentine's Day, but yeah, and then we got Nelson. Nelson will probably be back over the weekend.
Yeah, we
Um,
got President's Day. We got President's Day. We could do something.
we could do
Yeah,
something. I can do something that day. Um, we don't know what the topic could be yet, but my point is, people, man, like fucking just be happy, man. You know what
be
I'm saying?
happy.
Be happy with what you got,
Enjoy.
except for the
Enjoy.
76ers. Except for the 76ers right now. I'm not happy.
Yeah, the 76, yeah, they
Yeah,
got blown out last night too.
yeah,
But like just enjoy, man. Like
yeah,
and I'm gonna end it like this. Like we've been Eagles fans our whole lives, man.
yeah.
Like when the last time the Eagles made the playoffs 5 years in a row?
When the last time we won anything? With these last 5 years, or this last 7 years, 8 years. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we are literally like, you know what's crazy? We're literally a pass interference call away from winning 3 Super Bowls in 8 years.
Yeah, like be happy. You know what I'm saying? If you're an Eagles fan, be happy.
Be happy because
If
I'm
you're
gonna leave it like this. You
go,
could be a Jets fan.
yeah, oof. Yeah, you could be an Arizona Cardinals fan.
You could be a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, but even on the basketball side, I'm happy with VJ. I'm happy with Maxi. I'm happy that Joel got better. Happy, whoever the guy that Glashow did, Mr. Glashow that did his Dr. Glashow that did his
Yeah.
surgery. Thank you, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with Daryl Morey right now. I'm not happy with Josh Harris. I'm not happy with them. Nick Nurse, you're on the fence.
Yeah.
Like I don't like you. I don't know. Depends on what I see going forward. Filled up there, the Phillies. I don't care.
I'm not even talking about them.
Yeah,
We're not even.
yeah. I'll leave that to the people that watch them every day.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of everybody looking like on fucking Phillies. But
Yeah.
that's a conversation.
That's another
That's
conversation.
a conversation for later on. Like because they haven't went anywhere. Like you have good players, they're just not good enough. But
Yeah.
This is again. Hey everybody, you can find us on Twitter. Follow us on because I feel like it pod on Twitter. Follow us on IG, same thing. Follow us on Facebook, the same thing. We are here. We are going to be here for a while. But to understand this. Yes, we're going to have fun, but you're going to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to gaslight you. We're not here to say no bullshit. We're going to have varying opinions, but it's all rooted in good shit, all rooted in having fun, all rooted in just informing people of what the hell is going on out here, and just the complete opposite of what you see on WIP, the complete opposite of what you see with Cowherd, with Acha, with punk ass motherfucker like him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're complete opposite. I mean, a lot of things we're gonna say with love, and a lot of things we're not, and it's just gonna be trying to fucking deal with it. But we are out, man. Y'all have a good evening, and we'll be back at y'all, man. We holler at y'all, man.
Sir.
Later.
See y'all soon.
All right.